Finding good NFT projects is just a matter of knowing what to look for. And in this video, I show you all my tricks that I've learned as far as gauging what's a good project and what's a bad project. Now, since I've started covering NFTs, I've done countless NFT review videos, and I've got a chance to see which ones flourished and which ones didn't, right? With the NFT space still being so young, the first big wave of NFT projects has kind of proven to be a measuring stick as far as what to expect in the future. Make no mistake though, NFTs are here to stay. Here are some of the things that you need to watch out for when it comes to looking for something. Now, the very first thing that I want you to watch out for and think about before anything is this. Most projects and their value is dependent on if they sell out, if they get enough people to buy into their project. All right, now if you watch one of my videos, the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is the roadmap, right? Each project should have what's called a roadmap. And what the roadmap basically is a series of promises made by a project, basically showing you what they're doing to make it worth it, or even make it worth it for somebody to be a holder of their NFT. Right now, most roadmaps promise perks within a community, and make no mistake, in some cases there is value. Some promise to put money back into the community, because remember what I told you, most projects' initial fund to fulfill these promises come from the NFTs being sold themselves, right? So the best, most successful NFT collections are the ones that have community wallets, and because most of the time community wallets are recorded on the blockchain, therefore just resulting in a better, more quality team to peep the percentage of what they plan to put back into the project, right? And even if it's not a community wallet, that's not always a sign that a project is bad, but you got to ask yourself this: why would you and many other people invest in a project that doesn't put anything back at all, right? They just take from the pot, they don't really put in. So watch that percentage. These are big projects a lot of the times, and most of them ain't cheap at all, right? If some of these projects sell out, we easily making millionaires out of these random developers that we sort of putting our investments into without anything real in return, right? So of course you got to think about that. Now, another thing I want to talk about is charity collections. As far as in the roadmap, you're going to see that a lot. I believe I just have a personal belief that most charity NFTs are going to do good, because in real life, like, charities make a lot of money, bro. So that's kind of what I want you to pay attention to as far as identifying good projects is the roadmap. All right, the next thing to look closely to is the team or the creator. And I know I sound like a broken record, and this is probably an even safer bet to go off of than a roadmap. Why? Because it's simple. In the NFT world, with all the uncertainty that I just went over with you, any certainty you can get is really a good thing, right? And there is nothing more certain than a proven team. For example, Joe Knows YouTube, world-class YouTuber. I know him, right? Over 1 million subscribers, countless views, clear experience in digital animation, right? And so when I see that a roadmap of his project is gonna turn the NFT project into an animated series, then I know if he's one of the creators, it's easy for me to understand that, okay, this project is for real. What you'll see a lot of time is play to earn games, right? And they promise to develop a whole game around their NFT, which is a concept that I think is very dope, right? However, pay attention to the team. And look, I'm not saying they're not being truthful if you don't see it. What I will say is this: I'm 100% sure that no play to earn project is gonna have a game developer who's actually developed successful games in the past, and they not just scream it from the mountaintops and let it be known that they have somebody with that experience on their team. So that pretty much lets you know, if you see it, that's something to look for and say, okay, this project is something to really look out for. Another thing that you can look for, right? If you've seen some of my videos where we cover projects, then you know we go check the Twitter accounts, right? Check the Discord community and stuff like that, right? And that's mostly to gauge if the project is legit, if the followers are fake, or etc., right? Well, obviously, if the followers are fake, the project is fake. And if not fake, then why would we want to do business with anybody who's gonna lie to us before we even meet each other, like metaphorically, right? So the main thing on Twitter is you've got to follow people more knowledgeable than you. And listen, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. There are people more knowledgeable than me in the NFT space. I've never ever claimed to be an NFT guru or expert. So People like Matt's Crypto, Bento Boy, people like that who are in the loop, who are kind of in on these bigger projects and have called these bigger projects. And no, that doesn't mean that they're financial advisors or that you have to buy everything that they buy, or even with me. Just, you know, they've called certain projects to be correct. I've called certain projects to be correct, right? So following people like that is how you can really tell if a project is for real. Cause like, look, I'm gonna keep it real. The NFT space on Twitter is big, but it's small. Big in the context of like, there's a lot of people and it's growing, right? But small in the sense is like, there are certain people whom I just mentioned, right? To where if the project is gonna be something, then certain people are gonna know about it. Certain people are gonna know about it, and certain people are gonna be talking about it, especially on Twitter, right? So let's say you find a project, right? You go on to Twitter, right? If they're followed by one of these top Twitter NFT gatekeepers, like I just mentioned, the project is more than likely a good one, right? Finding a good NFT project is ultimately up for you to figure out how you want to invest, right? There are successful projects without roadmaps, so I want you to understand, like, there's some that don't even have a real plan, right? And no value to give back to holders. And there are reasons for that, which I'll go into on another video, but none of the things that I listed or mentioned is make or break, but I can promise you this: if you find one that checks off every single concept of this list, buy it, because it's gonna go through the moon, right? I love y'all. Let's get it.